choke, choke, choke. That's a cool, just like common tone thing, if you will, in the song. It's why maybe both modes of tension can sound very cohesive and familiar. Welcome back to Low End University. It's always a good day when I'm hearing more Lagwagon, who have quickly cemented themselves as one of my favorite punk bands thus far. And I'd like to thank our Patreon community for voting their track Choke into first place last month. As luck would have it, I'm down under the weather yet again right now. Ugh. So it's an appropriately titled song today. I definitely feel like I'm going to choke at some point. But today's song is from the band's fourth studio album, Double Platinum, get it? Released in 1997, and maybe unfortunately was the first album without the original lineup, as Sean Dewey and the amazing Derek Plord departed right before the recording sessions began. At the time, the San Diego Union Tribune wrote that melody is in the driver's seat throughout the Santa Barbara Quintet's fourth album, on which one of the standout tracks include the snappy choke. Well, I like snappy. But, I mean, what else can I say about Lagwagon that I haven't already said? I'm in love with this band, and after already reviewing 2 of their full albums over on Patreon, at this point I'm just racing to the finish line to hear everything else. So without further ado, here's Choke from Lagwagon.
Choke, choke,
Ooh.
still I could only wait for you to decide. Tear it all apart.
Classical.
You break my heart.
It's like Moonlight Sonata on bass.
Follow through, follow through. And the day ends, a so-called friend, a drunken bed. How could you
They're
win
down
my
tuned.
virtue, all of them, no one? Or you just keep me hanging here? Tell me you need me, dear. Tell me you're sure I shouldn't fear. Life, choke, choke.
Ooh, man.
Please, have another drink on me.
Have another drink on me.
Creation, I give you every
Okay, I think the song started with choke as the first word. Did I hear that right?
choke.
Yeah. Maybe it's right into the chorus. I don't think I've landed there yet. Okay, I have to soak in this bass intro. It's very Moonlight Sonata-ish, you know? Kind of has that sound. Very nice and beautiful. And again, I've reviewed Trashed in Full on Patreon. It was the first Lagwagon album I heard. It made me instantly fall in love with the band. Holy shit, such a good album. Back in 94, I'm drawing a huge blank to when Let's Talk About Feelings was, which is the other album I did. I feel like it was 98. I don't feel like it was into the 2000s, because I know they had a hiatus period. Nonetheless, I feel like it was after this album, Double Platinum, which I've heard a lot about from everyone on Patreon and the YouTube comments. But this is like a darker version of Lagwagon. And I've heard some really beautiful bass intros and things from Jesse Buglioni, but not quite this dark, I suppose. So we're here in C minor, and I think they're leaning into the harmonic-minor scale, which is a very sort of symphonic metal, heavy metal thing. Iron Maiden, Metallica use this. It kind of has that dark, it's the raised 7, so if we're here in C minor, a lot of tension in that 7th note versus a normal minor scale versus. So I think the bass intro revolves around that type of thing.
Choke, choke, pride.
Get the root notes down.
Only wait for you to decide.
So here's what's cool. Harmonic minor, that's that B diminished you're hearing that gives it all that tension. It gives it that classical feeling, to be honest with you. It's a half step away from C minor, which is actually the 1. But then immediately goes down to B flat major, which is the diatonic 7th in C minor. So in the same sentence, we have that raised 7 diminished, which is technically borrowed from C major. So this bass intro already is chock full of color, flavor. It's juicy. It sets up just a really dark song. Again, as usual, I don't want to get too hung up on just the intro here. I want to at least try to get some of the chords down.
Choke,
A flat major,
choke, pride.
B flat. So
Only wait for you
1,
to decide.
7, 6.
It all apart. You break my heart.
Okay, down to 4.
Why don't you?
Ooh, E flat minor. That might be out of key too. That's interesting. If I'm hearing that right. That's a beautiful one. What is that? I don't know. We'll get into it in a second. Ooh, that's so juicy down there. Yeah, the whole way it rolls in. Okay, quickly. I think it's just jumps up to the raised 7, diminished, down to the 1. I think he's doing octave third, octave, then down B flat major. I think it's actually just inversion there, maybe. I don't know. Again, let's just keep going. I have a feeling it's going to come back in a different form. Let's see. Down to the 1. This whole rolling so technical. Yes. All right. Yeah, they're definitely down in C standard. A little bass run. I love how it almost harkens back to the movement of the intro. This, I think it's just an A flat major scale there. Is it? Or maybe a C minor. Something. Joey Capes, I'm melodic. I hear those bass chords. Yeah, I think he's doing low C, same fret, both E and the G strings, 2 strings apart. You get the minor third though on the octave. And then something else. It's thickening it up. I almost feel like he did a 9 chord there, like a... Again, I don't know the tuning here. I know the guitars are tuned down. We have low C. I almost need like a 5 string for this. Very well could be drop C. So D standard with a dropped whole step down to C. So C, G, C, F kind of thing. Or it could be in C standard. Almost need my 5 string to get those low notes. But if there's an open C somewhere that's allowing some of these fingerings or open voicings, it would be a lot easier. I could just play an open C string and then do that third versus having to go. Either way, it's a darker sound for them that I don't think I've heard. You know, Trashed was so like, it had that early thrash metal thing. I just loved the fun, whimsical riffs. Very standard tuning and such. You know, the cover of Brown Eyed Girl. So I like this shade of the band. I mean, I heard a bit of that on Obsolete Absolute. If you know, there's a drinking game. Every time I can pronounce that right, you have to take a shot of something. But I can't wait to get to the Joe Raposo era. He built a bass for me. I haven't brought it out yet. I'm kind of waiting for their green light. Much more on that later. But I haven't heard much of that outside of Obsolete Absolute. Did it again. But I like songs that are a bit darker. It's kind of why I like Strung Out. I really compare Strung Out, Lagwagon often. I feel like Strung Out are the heavier version of Lagwagon. So they're very much in like their own pod for me. Love them both. Very intricate work. But I like this darker, more minor key sounding version of Lagwagon. I know I have a lot to get to with this band. Okay, let's keep going. That was sexy. Yeah, I think it outlined the last 4 notes of the harmonic minor scale. It's that Middle Eastern sound. It's very tense. I love that they're kind of going between using that, but also including the flat the 7, which is a major, B flat major and C minor. So it's not all harmonic minor all the time. It's just used like a seasoning here. And I got to dial in a tone. I think this is a very clean, typical Jesse Buglione tone I've heard. I think he's using Stingray as well, or was at least on Trashed, I believe. But I don't know what I would change. It's a little subdued, a little mellow. I might give it a little more bass. So I'm going to boost this bump here. I probably am not going to kick on the overdrive channel, but maybe some presence just to make this higher stuff more shimmery. A little bit of finger noise, kind of separate the notes. That's what I would do, but of course, this is all in a context and a mix. All right, where are we going here? That was neat. Choke. Hey. Kind of like the upbeat play there. That little kick drum thing was creative. We're getting a little more straightforward here. It's almost like the bridge, but we're only a minute and 30 into the song. And I have to comment on Joey Cape's vocals. Man, he has such like a pensive dreaminess. It's like that. I've talked a lot about this in the review I did for Let's Talk About Feelings, where I think he just shined. May 16, just all the emotion behind it. But they're just such a soft delivery. It almost lures you into like, what exactly is he talking about? So it's like you took all the bite out of someone's voice and just left that softer delivery. I don't know. That's a terrible way of describing it. I like his vocals. They're very unique. And sometimes they can sit a little back in the mix, like I think they are here, and almost just feel kind of dreamy, not so upfront lead vocal right here. A very standout vocalist in my punk rock discovery, I have to say. Okay. Choke. That's the chorus, huh? Cool. See, they snuck in that Andalusian cadence there. There's a lot of tension in there. That naturally exists in the minor scale. However, it's using 1, 7, 6, major 5. So you'll notice we've been talking about that B diminished, that raised 7. So they're not using that diminished chord all the time. So I like how they're just straddling the tightrope of using this sound when needed to be more tense, and then actually using the tension you get in an Andalusian cadence for parts like this, where it goes B flat, which is almost as tense as. So two types of tension here. One's diatonic, one isn't technically, but they function so differently throughout the song. I think it's just really smart songwriting, and it keeps it simple. We've got the diminished thing, and we've got the regular diatonic Andalusian cadence with the raised 5, which is not in key. So they're using two tense chords, either of them not in the key. I love the songwriting behind it. All right. Cool nerdy thing here too. I don't want to get crazy hairy on this, but it just dawned on me that the third in the major 5, so the 5 chord in C minor is G minor. So when you make it major 5, which is the third is B. So it almost is like a parallel to that B diminished we've been hearing all the way back there. So that's a cool, just like common tone thing, if you will, in the song. It's why maybe both modes of tension can sound very cohesive and familiar. This is really simple stuff to learn. I know I feel like some of you comment, oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds really cool. This stuff is really simple. It's counting to 10 and saying your ABCs and just knowing what links up to what. I have a whole music theory course on Patreon as well. I feel like I've plugged Patreon too much in this episode, but hey, I just want everyone to understand and appreciate music the way I do. It's really cool hearing songs for the first time and seeing them come together just like a Lego set or something. Okay. Ooh. I didn't get that scale last time. What was it? Is it? What note does it start on? It comes in so quick. Sometimes if I stop the note right on it, I can hear it better. I think it's A flat, right there. Yeah, I think that's it. Some inversions here. I like that little kick drum thing. Almost sounds like a talk box. Oop, sudden ending. I know it to be true that Lagwagon have a ton of different sides to them just based on the way everyone talks about them in the comments. I mean, they are just such a highly revered band. I made the comment maybe in my last video on the band that I just love all their album covers and the names of the albums. It's just a really colorful looking discography when you see it, you know, all online, all their covers together. So I finally heard a cut from Double Platinum. I really like what I heard. It has a bit more of a lower budget production than I expected for being After Trash. I think the guitar tones were just kind of thuddy and maybe a little bit hollow, but maybe the bass tone was a little less lively too than other times I've heard him. Nonetheless, everything cut through really well in the sense that I could hear the nuance within the songwriting. So it was a delicate kind of mix, I suppose, not as powerful for as dark as it is. But again, now hearing something off of Hang, I just know I'm in for some pristine production goodness. But that's a very, very minor criticism here. I like this darker mode of their songwriting. I think what I've had a hunch about is that they have a lot of dark stuff because I could always feel that type of despair, maybe in Joey Cape's vocal delivery. I think I was first introduced to that with May 16 and It's Just Another Saturday, and the whole way that story was illustrated, but the music behind it was still a bit more upbeat. So this feels more like that pensive Joey Cape that I really like. I really like him in that mode, but with some dark minor, classical-ish, harmonic-minor. Just the whole tonality of the song was dark. C minor is a really dark key. And the bass intro set it all up so perfectly with like its own little thing. I mean, I just reviewed Green Day's No One Knows. This was a bit like that. So it's kind of funny how these songs get voted in and I pick them and just sometimes they really go together. So more Lagwagon is always good. I'm one step closer to hearing everything they've done. They're a band I just want to sit down and binge, but I have to do it here with you guys because that's the fun of it, right? Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you'd like to support the channel further, as I've said many times, come find us on Patreon. I do full albums every month. They've pretty much all been punk so far, and I'm not mad at that. We have an amazing community. You should come hang out with us, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do that now. Like the video. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one.